Hello and welcome to another open goal modding video. So this is going to be for a mod that's not out yet. I'm still working on it, but by the time the video's out, the mod should be out. It's called Jak the Chicken. So the idea for this mod for the opening part is to add custom audio to the first cutscene so that we can, change the lines a little and weave a little bit of our own story and character development and all into Jak the Chicken. Now I haven't started yet. I'm just gonna do this uh, straight up from start to finish, whatever. So yeah, it's not gonna be perfect, great, whatever. It's probably gonna be hacky, and it might not work the first try, but it will eventually work. So we have this stupid hacks every frame is one of the functions where I put things that are stupid and run every frame. So what we're going to do is we're then going to copy this code, which basically makes it so we can't skip our customized uh, music and stuff like that. And I'm just going to go down here and I'm going to say hack to set the voice volume to 0 during these cutscenes, then restore it when the cutscene is over. So we're going to paste, and as you know, so if condition, do this if it is true, and do this if it is false. So we're going to do begin true block here. And then here, this is what's going to happen if it's false. We are going to begin and then false block here. So if it is any of these, now we are also going to need to define old voice volume, old voice volume as 0.0 right up here. And so if we are in this cutscene, the first thing we want to do is check if old voice volume is equal to 0.0. So if we don't have anything stored, then we would want to set old voice volume to whatever current volume is, or we'll say current volume. And then now, so that's the first thing we check. Okay, is our old volume equal to 0? If so, we are going to store whatever it was, and then we are going to set current volume, and we are going to set our current volume to 0.0 afterwards. Store the current volume setting, set volume to 0 during this cutscene. Okay, and then false if we are not in the thing, then we want to check and see and say if current volume is equal to 0.0, we want to begin set current volume to the value of old voice volume, and then we also want to set old voice volume back to 0 because we want to reset our value like so. Um, so, and now let's see if condition begin. Okay, so this begin here never seems to end. It should end here. And then begin ends there. This ends this if. Okay, so this looks good. So now the only thing we need to be able to retrieve is the current volume. And so we're going to search for play rand sound, and we can see here the end setting control default sound effect volume. We are going to copy this, and where is hacks every frame? Right here. Okay. We're now going to make a comment and paste this here, and it looks like the voice control is probably going to be settings control default SFX volume. There's probably going to be like a voice volume or something. Border default vibration. Let's make this a little bigger so I can read it. Plans. Okay, yeah, it's dialogue volume. Dialogue volume. Okay. And so set this to this, set this to 0, and if we are currently equal to 0, then set it to what it used to be, and set voice volume to 0. If this, and then we should also put an and here, and we should check and not equal old voice volume 0.0, like that. And then we need to close this and there. Alright. That all looks good. It looks like we're missing some stuff though. So here, that ends where I expect. This begin ends where I expect. This begin ends where I expect. So it looks like we just need a parentheses there, hopefully. So we're going to do task REPL. It's going to mi. Then we're ready to boot up the game and take a peek and see if it worked or not. And then we can do a little bit of cleaning up because this is pretty gross. Okay. So first, let's just check a regular cutscene and make sure that the audio isn't muted.
Oh no, not another hero.
So we can see that works properly. And now, hopefully, when we're in those cutscenes, the voice is now going to be cut off, which will let us play our own music instead. Nice. So we can see here that we're not hearing any kind of music or anything. So we can add our own custom audio track here, which will just be the original opening, but we'll modify the voice lines a little bit. I actually made it so we can't skip this cutscene, which is rather unfortunate right now. Because I do want to watch a second cutscene after this just to make sure that it restores the volume properly. Actually, I think I heard audio for the first frame of this cutscene. Like it turned it back for like one frame. We'll see here when this goes sidekick human introduction sequence D. We might hear one frame of audio. Okay, I didn't hear it there, but we are almost able to check another cutscene. So I want to make sure that the cutscene music comes back on. So I'm gonna go to like Village 3 and watch a cutscene.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Zed didn't make a Mort the Chicken mod.
And we see that it does properly restore the voice volume. So now that we know our code works, which is great, time for the next part, which is just making this look less disgusting. It's still probably gonna look a little disgusting, but yeah. Um, so I think the first thing we do, we don't want to mention if it's a true block anymore. Store the current volume setting is good. Set volume to 0 during this cutscene. Yep. And then if old voice volume is not 0 and our thing is 0, begin. Honestly, this kind of is whatever. It's kind of like as good as we're gonna get it right here. I don't think we're gonna get much better, unfortunately. I want it to be better, but I don't think it will. Will get better. So cool. Yep. Peace.